looking particularly great for them, I don't think, Pilly. If we go back and look at some of the history between Liquid and Big in recent times, it has been a particularly difficult map.
Sometimes even picking some of their series is going to be a difficult prospect. This long control coming out here for Liquid, and they're hitting the shots as well.
Yeah, I mean, straight out the gates, Team Liquid, they do not give a damn about what Big is throwing at them. They're certainly throwing a lot back at Big. That's 3 players down already, and I mean, if you're going to start the pistol round off in any fashion at all, this is certainly the way that you want to be kicking off your first best of 3. And by the way, the best of 3 that's going to qualify you through to Kudos Bank Arena.
100%. Nex is the only man left alive, and he's hitting a couple shots here and there, but he will be smoked off, and he is getting backstabbed from middle. So it feels like only a matter of time.
Yeah, Naf and Twist, though, into the 2v1. So, I mean, Nex has given himself a little bit more of a chance than you probably would have given him. There's another kill onto Naf, and, well, look
Go
at
for something a little bit more aggressive than they may like.
A pretty interesting stack in middle here from Big. They're going to flash themselves out, but Nitro, well, the flash didn't even connect on him, and he certainly has connected onto Tabson's head. All of Big are going to be falling to bits here by the looks of things, and that certainly is another clean win for Team Liquid.
This cat control, they double smoke off long, and they isolate Godby in the pit here.
He might be able to make something of it, though, as there's another player pushing through the smoke. It was Nex, who actually did get the frag onto Naf, but when all's said and done, Liquid have fantastic entries onto this A-bomb. So in this case, best case scenario really is to save.
100%. If they can get any damage done as well to keep Liquid's economy in check as much as possible, that will also help them out, because if you need to keep their economy honest or reset them in any way. Pretty clean from Liquid, very clinical play so far. Didn't try to force that long control whatsoever, just let Big have it, went back to the catwalk, then later in the round, just a pre-planned little execution there. Allows them to get that 2-for-1, and they resolve the round from there. It's exactly what you'd expect from Liquid.
Chizzy going to have trouble saving this remaining AUG as well. So many Liquid players headed in his
Keen to
direction.
see if he's going to go for Pixar towards catwalk, or whether he was going to contact in towards B. Look at the pace down mid from Liquid, though.
Yeah, they do just manage to evade the orb, and Twist just pushing straight through double doors. Tabs and Legia going down straight away. I mean, the story doesn't get any easier for Big off the back of getting another gun round here. They have been caught in all sorts. Naf finding the kill out from Upper Dark. All across the map, Liquid just being able to play so aggressively, so quickly, and catching Big off guard.
And that's utility usage, smoke to progress, smoke onto CT spawn. They're going to throw mollies onto the bomb site and really cut down the angles they have to deal with.
Next being put under pressure here as well. He does stand up tall and gets one. Godby, unfortunately, somehow gets rid of Legia. And I don't know how that's happened at all, but that is not what Big wants at this point. This will be 6-0 for Team Liquid. It's just, the shots that Team Liquid are hitting right now are so sharp. Big can't even pop their head up for 1 second before it's ripped off. Stewie not going to miss that one either.
Big this round in particular, Liquid just go fast, long control. Again, throwing Big off as soon as they try to get guns on the board. Just going for a difference round in particular. They're already down a man and could have potentially been punished for that push, but that's actually a little win for Big there.
Well, I mean, I think at this point, Big needs to start making moves like that. They need to start winning those kinds of aim duels as well, because it's quite evident that when the executes and the actual entries into the site are occurring, that's where Team Liquid is able to have their advantages. So if Big can push the extremities, maybe find some advantages that way, then there is a world in which they come back into this half. But so far, looking very difficult. Tabson with an important frag, though, does put the numbers in the favor of Big for the first time in a long time. But Naf, he's so clean. Next just falls straight away on short. And then we're straight away back to a 3v3 with Team Liquid now having good control toward the A-bomb site. They just need to get in there. And maybe they don't even need to get in. Naf can just kill everyone anyway. Yeah, and obviously they don't have one of their key fraggers, their key firepower. It's going to make life even more difficult. That's a nice pop flash through onto long, but it still is going to net at least an even trade for Team Liquid. But given the fact that they're on the T side, you have to say it's probably favorable. And Nitro's going to even double down on that. Getting another frag. It's 3v2 now. And Liquid again starting to put that pressure on the A-bomb site. They really haven't worried too much about B at all. It's just been quite straightforward for them to push through long, make it their way up onto A. They're going to do that once again. Stewie drops Tizian as soon as he walks around the corner.
You're getting all those trades. You're not getting caught off guard by any craziness from Big. And they're only going to get more and more desperate the more and more rounds that they lose.
Well, at the very least, Legia will try and save the orb. I think he gets away with it here, Elige. Probably doesn't.
Be able to shut down that catwalk control, to be able to get those picks in the early part of the round towards long and make that job that much harder for Team Liquid to take this A-bomb site.
Well, once again, it's going to be that long control out here for Team Liquid. This time, Tabson opens up for Big, so maybe there's a chance. Godby on the crossfire will get another one. And finally, we're starting to see some signs of life out here from Big. Team Liquid, they surely won't be able to salvage this one. Stewie with the AWP, can't do a...
The problem is that as we're heading pretty quickly from the mid-round into the later portions of the round, Big hasn't found a pick with either of these AWPs.
Oh, Naf going to get caught. Just off guard a little bit there, but Twist is able to trade. I think slow down once again for Liquid. Well, they expended quite a bit of utility just then.
Yeah, I think they're just going to do the cross smokes with the lurk coming out from Stewie in the mid-round. Either to backstab these air players or just control the rotations through mid, make sure none of that's coming out.
Nitro going to watch and wait in case anyone jumps up on top of the box. Next being very careful right now. He does fall to Nitro inevitably, and it felt like it was really an inevitability for Big. Unfortunately, again, this round really falling by the wayside. I mean, even if that long push didn't work, you can see there's a player that is controlling short. That's Stewie right now. So it was the 2 pincer strike for Liquid. Well, the first pincer worked, so you don't even need the second.
That's right. Now out comes the mid to B, and you would probably, as Big, just be like, pretty much expecting the A play to be coming out at this point. You'd almost think that these grenades coming out from Stewie probably indicates more of a lurk than anything else, but with that mid to B smoke, tabseN will commit to the rotation. He does have the Molotov to be able to buy time or cut off that tunnel angle of the push. Doesn't drop any time though.
Yeah, we've rarely seen a B play from Team Liquid. Let's see whether or not it will work out. Twist gets the opener, but Tizian's doing good work on B. Unfortunately, he really needed to want to go for players that are going to make a deep run in the tournament. And we're not expecting that from Big necessarily. Certainly from Team Liquid.
You probably look at Big as that team to sort of make it through as the fringe team.
So once again, they just try to make sure all those angles are clear. Elige was on his own here on Catwalk and gets picked off. So it is a 4v5 for Big right now, but with only those 2 players on the B bomb site, they're going to have some sort of incredible performances, and they might well be doing that. Next gets a couple over the smoke in middle. And Tizian,
well, it's got B will be the ones to deal with them.
So a lot of good utility usage there, though, from Big. It's quite evident that they've read what Liquid is trying to do. Next, set up on the line. He'll drop Twist. Another grenade on through. Should do a bit of damage, and in fact, actually finishes off Elige. Now into the 3v5, and you can just see Liquid are burning alive. Naf has been absolutely gobsmacked, I think, because the rest of his team has totally disappeared. It's a 1v5.
Okay, and that's the 3rd round of the board.
Already a bit of aggressive control here from the CT side as they push their way toward Catwalk, and he's got quite a few Big players out, which may be to the detriment of Team Liquid, as the trades do come in from Big. Very nice shots being hit with these Glocks, and that's the opener that Big needed in the second half to keep themselves alive. It is a 4v2 though, so they need to ensure that they don't end up dropping this round somehow. We have seen stranger things happen.
Stewie's going to get in front of them though. He's one step ahead of Big at the moment. Hasn't quite pushed into the B bomb side, but he will hear all the T's.
And they don't have a smoke either, so he does have a bit of freedom here to take the peaks. But obviously with 4 players up against the 1, never going to be an easy battle. Nitro comes across on the rotate, but one
Naf off the bomb side as well. It's going to be an absolute brawl over here towards the A bomb site.
Yeah, that's a good opener as well for God B. Settles the nerves a little bit maybe in the fact that this round could be a little dangerous if things didn't start well for Big. Stewie though, he's getting a lot of opportunities with this scout, and already Legia has gone down back into the 4v4. What more can Stewie do? Unfortunately not a lot, as his bomb has been planted and now he'll be crept upon by tabseN. It's a better looking round out from Big here already on the T side than what we saw on CT. Twist and Nitro are just having a tea party in CT spawn. Not really much else to do at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them just hold on to those deagles heading into the following round. And actually, who's that that's dropped down? tabseN drops down and goes for the fight on CT and unfortunately loses his life as a result of it. And the smoke on towards that gun as the bomb ticks down further and further. Nitro's going to have an opportunity to get another kill and perhaps grab himself the gun.
Yeah, he is going to get himself an AK. That's nice. So perhaps
it's a double AWP for Liquid coming out.
Well, Tizian going to play aggressively. The flashbangs do help him out. Means that Twist can't really get a great angle. He can't calibrate, but Felice through the smoke does manage to get Tizian. Needs to be backed up here by Naf, who unfortunately misses a couple of shots with the AWP. And that's kind of all gone wrong for Liquid. It just seemed like the aim wasn't quite on point there. But Nitro certainly making something of it as he does shut down Legia. And there is still a chance here for Liquid. All in that smoke.
And now the emphasis shifts over to Catwalk. Do see Liquid rotating to that part of the map very, very quickly.
Just a FAMAS there for Elige and for Twists. It's not exactly the ideal weaponry on this part of the map, but it's going to go to good use. Lee's just going to get a 1-for-1 and a fair bit of damage as well onto God B, who was able to trade him out. I think he's definitely done his job there.
Nice mid-round pick. He pushes into tunnels, Nitro does, and manages to grab Team Liquid the man advantage, as well as the knowledge that it's pretty unlikely anyone's towards that part of the map. Big. They only have the cat control really going for them, and unfortunately Tizian not winning that duel is going to put a lot of pressure on his catwalk players to sort of pick up the pace.
Yeah, they're not really being able to get many inroads into the bomb site. Flashbangs do come through, which enables the peek from Twists. Again, not really able to finish things off here, but he's got the information for his team, and now just needs to bide his time. Got to be very low, will be finished off by Stewie, and now it's just up to Tabson to try and crouch behind the A bomb site and keep this one alive for Big. But you have to think this is too much of a difficult clutch with both Stewie and Nitro full HP, and Nitro wrapping around the back as soon as he pops his head up here. B. Now that is an interesting development because it is just Stewie right now on B.
Still hasn't dropped his smoke even, so he could hold this one off a little bit more.
That should be a bit of a tell as well. Smoke does come through. Stewie well aware of exactly what that means. He's going to spam through it. Tizian will go down. Now the peek over the smoke, but doesn't seem like it's going to get the better of Stewie. He'll drop his own onto the bomb side and just waste the time here of Big. It's a 3v5, and Naf now starting to get the ball rolling with the AWP. Had some questions about that on long before, but the shots that he's hitting now, looking very good indeed. He's getting backed up by Twists. While Naf does fall, it's still a pretty clean round in the end there.
To see what they're going to do with it. Looks like God B's interested in dropping in towards that CT spawn area, and then maybe going for that mid to B on the side of Big.
Liquid might well be ready for it, and indeed Elige is. He was just watching that angle for so long, and the flash seems to have had no impact at all. Stewie's ready for the players in middle, knocks down two. Tamsin and Tizian have disappeared, and maybe the hopes of Dust 2 have also done the same for Big. It's just one player left alive now. Next, against 4 of Team Liquid, and this will be the map wrapped up in a matter of time. We're giving a lot of respect over to Next, I think is fair to say. No really silly peaks or anything like that, but there we go. Twist will finish it off. Map 1 in the books for Team Liquid, and as I said, it's been a good day so far for them. 2-0.